on the one hand, like you don't know what you are good at until you actually apply yourself. On the other hand, I think most people don't end up getting the chance to apply themselves because they kind of live in this comfortable 9 to 5 type situation. Whereas I forget who said it or how the phrase goes, but it's like there's nothing more dangerous to human potential than a monthly salary, right? Or something like that. Where the idea was really like, okay, if I just keep on this path, I'll be fine, but I'm never gonna really know what I'm actually good at.
That's a good point. I think that, in my personal opinion, the antithesis of what it means to be human is to explore, be curious about the world, and build. Like, that's what I feel myself personally is what it means to be human. And so I try to live closely to that line. And maybe I step away a little bit, but I feel I feel most enlightened when I'm closest to those principles. And I think a lot of people, and it doesn't have to be building companies. It doesn't have to do that. Like, not everyone needs that stress. Not everyone's shaped to do that. That's fine. Like, it's not everybody's cup of tea, as I said earlier. But you need to be passionate and obsessed about something and have something where it's, it grounds you. It could be religion. It could be some hobby like photography or Instagram. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something. If you got nothing, then you're, to be honest, you're not very interesting, and you're not really interested in life because you don't have anything that you're super passionate about.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what I found at that point in life was that in the hospital and in the kind of straight career that I had built out for myself, I just was not getting any of that opportunity to build, and I think that's what really frustrated me. Even when we found something really incredible, like when we discovered this amazing pattern that could identify people with the earliest stage of Alzheimer's very early, the fact that we weren't able to move forward with it or build it into anything was just so deeply frustrating that I just said, I don't want any of this. So anyway, it all kind of came
That'd be
to a head
brutal.
when I got an email from my school that they had like pre accepted me into their master's program for biomedical engineering, and I was like, I was seriously considering it, and then I said like, wait a second, why? To what end? Like here's what this career path actually looks like. I hate it. It's not moving me in any positive direction. You know what? What if we take a little bit of a break? We take a bit of a gap year and let's focus on this stupid car thing. Uh, Now that I'm out of school and throw myself into it. The logic really went like, look, I'm never going to be younger and I'm never going to have less responsibility in my life. And kind of the funny thing is that you can say that at literally any point in your life. It's like people people have these hobbies, they collect things. Some people collect stamps, some people collect memorabilia, but at the end of the day, all of us, we all hoard responsibilities. Like as we get older, we just collect more and more obligations, and that doesn't go away. Like you don't become less responsible as you become an older person. So
Hmm.
it was like, okay, it's now or never. I put everything aside. I moved in with my parents, lived in the attic of our apartment, uh, and
The
essentially,
attic is a sweatshop, by the way. That sounds like a sweatshop.
no, it literally was. I don't think you understand. I had to crouch. The roof was barely taller than like my fourth vertebrae. So like I literally was like a goblin up there, every time I had to move around. There was like maybe 6 inches of space between my face and the ceiling when I was on the mattress. But
Brutal.
I was like, okay, we're doing it. And then COVID hits, and then so I just started this business, and then everything's going sideways, and then I'm like, okay, well, I committed to it. We got to keep going, so throw ourselves into it. Uh, and basically, the answer just became, look, Ray, we said we're gonna go for it. Just go for it. Like do whatever it is that has to be done to push it. And of course, it was like almost like a weekly panic attack about what am I doing? Like I went to school for biomedical engineering. I spent 12 years being an exceptional student, getting all, straight A's, so that I could go to school and learn, a real career path. And here I am, like starting a car rental company, you know, like went from like every Jewish mother's dream to her worst nightmare, in in basically like what, a few months.
Yeah.
Uh, and I was that stereotype of like the guy who after college just goes back to live with his parents.